Hey, what's up, guys? This is the first official VCAT Esports podcast. I am Sean, and
And hey guys, it's JJ. Hit me up on PSN. General Awesomer. It's exactly how you think it's spelled.
And this is Mario. My PSN is Killer Mario 64. All underscores in between all three words.
And hey guys, this is Wolfblood here, ready to talk with VCAT Gaming.
All right, let's jump into it. I guess the subject on everybody's mind, at least I've been seeing a lot of talk about it on the old YouTubes. Every time a new console comes out, there's a certain level of hype associated with it. How do you guys been feeling about the new Nintendo Switch? I mean, like, does it look like everything? Is Nintendo following up in their deft ability to give you something that you didn't know you wanted? What do you guys feel about it? What have you heard?
oh, I think that the Nintendo Switch will be successful. Nintendo has always been known to innovate and create all sorts of crazy, weird consoles. And I think the big selling point here for Nintendo Switch is that portability, that link between console gaming and mobile gaming, portability.
Well, it was the same thing like the Wii U, where you could also connect it to the big screen TV, except this time they're using cartridges instead of like disc.
Yeah, but this time there's one bigger advantage.
Well,
Yeah.
the Wii U is a bit different because that was still an at-home console. But with the
Right.
Switch, it's going to be 2-in-1 and completely new, renovated to just play anywhere you want.
No, that's crazy. I feel like they already kind of hit that nail on the head. They've been doing it for a while with the Game Boy and all the iterations up through the DS. Are they like? Do you think they're trying to like reinvent mobile gaming? Because if so, they got a lot of competitors with that.
That could be a bit hard to say, considering that Nintendo has come out with their two mobile apps, being like Super Mario Run and Pokemon Go. So I think they could already be touching on that franchise. Although, with this, it could just be like a new stab in the dark with combining mobile with at home.
Wait, but Nintendo didn't really create Pokemon Go. There's a company that they got a license from Nintendo that they could use the Pokemon called Niantic, based in California, and they were the ones who created it. Nintendo actually gave out official notice saying, "Hey, we did not create this. Niantic did." So like their sales their stock dropped a little bit, but Niantic, theirs jumped up a lot. So they had to give out a good disclaimer saying, "Hey, we didn't do it." But for the Nintendo Switch, I think it's like really cool. You get to switch for guys who are lefty. They can finally play some games with their dominant hand now, like the buttons and stuff.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that they had the weird controllers. They slide onto the side of it, and each little weird nunchuck thing that they're forcing onto us is its own controller. I feel like that opens up a lot of possibilities. You could have you have a lot of people playing. Are they interchangeable? I feel like they got to be interchangeable.
Yeah, they're interchangeable. Like I know Nintendo did a really good job with the Wii controllers, because I'm pretty sure Nintendo was the one who started off with the Wii controllers, or was it Xbox who did the Kinect? Who pretty much copied who?
I think.
Yeah, go for it.
I think that they that Nintendo really pioneered the whole the
Motion
movement.
gaming.
Yeah,
the
motion tracker.
and then everybody else kind of followed in suit.
Then it was Microsoft, and then Sony.
Yeah. Another thing I'm seeing here with the Nintendo Switch is porting, and I think porting is very important for Nintendo's classic games, and more importantly for third-party games. I think part of the reason why a lot of people were turned off by the Wii U were that certain companies had a hard time porting games into the Wii U because of the programming. It was a little too difficult. A lot of big companies, they stepped back. But they're saying here for the Nintendo Switch, they made the programming easier, which means portability. So we might be seeing games like Skyrim on the Nintendo Switch, because now it's easier to port those games into them.
So just like the Wii, then how they had a whole bunch of AAA franchise type games going to the Wii, then you don't really see that much for the Wii U.
And on top of that, Nintendo Switch has already gained some support from third parties, especially companies like EA. So FIFA games and football games, they're already coming right out the gate.
Yeah,
So
and it's interesting that you bring that up because from the Nintendo Switch presentation, we saw that they're going to be able to feature a lot of top-rated games like I think it was called Elder Scrolls, or they even innovated to Minecraft, and yeah, I definitely think they're going to put in Skyrim towards Switch play as well.
And on top of that, we might see more indie development as well because of this easy access in Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah, it's definitely conducive to your developing companies to give them like a if it's a cohesive platform that they're giving them to create cool games, like the least amount of obstacles you can put in these guys' way, the better content I feel like they'd be able to produce, and quicker too. You know, I mean they have their standard set of games that they know that we're already going to buy, and they probably it's just a matter of switching it from, you know, updating all the graphics and different mechanics. I think that's where Nintendo really shines. They have all these different game mechanics that you didn't think could possibly be a thing, and then bam,
Yeah.
you know, there it is.
And on top of that, the Nintendo Switch will also give players access to older games like Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine. Games like that will be more available on the Nintendo Switch, whereas in the past it would be a lot more difficult for someone to obtain games like that on a portable handheld console. That's another plus for the Switch.
That's really cool. So we're going to be able to, you know, bring the past, be more retro.
All right. Oh, we've been talking about the pros, but what about the cons of the Nintendo Switch? Like, is there anything negative about it now?
Well, I think with great computing power comes great battery drain. I feel like all the games that you'd like to be playing, all the one like the new Zelda game coming out, and he was saying that even like Skyrim or something, running those engines, that's gonna take like the whole processing power of the thing, and you know, it's got to wreak havoc on your battery usage. So,
well, seeing from what's been revealed, there has been like some charging stations that have been put into the Switch. Like, for one thing, I know that it has a control holster that can be plugged in to charge the Joy-Cons. And for the tablet, I think you could just charge that in by putting it into the home system, and it'll just be ready to go once you can.
That sounds like a whole apparatus. I feel like part of the shine of being a portable gaming system is what they're trying to advertise it as, is you know, you're not carrying around an entire console, and in order for it to have a reliable battery life, there would have to be some pretty big stuff. You might as well be carrying around an entire console. But if they figured out a way to trump that, I couldn't see any other cons, unless you guys see something I don't.
Another con I'm seeing is the launch release. There's not going to be that many games initially for the Nintendo Switch. Actually, might be a little slower than expected.
Well, I feel like they shot themselves in the foot. Like the last time they did something like that, with the games that the Wii did come with, they exemplified all the cool mechanics that it had. Like, you know, the Wii Sports, I didn't have to get another game after getting the Wii Sports thing. It was just all the things that I'd wanted to do, and they packaged it so well and exemplified it so well that, you know, any other game that came out of after that, it had to be a real different mechanic for me to want to be interested in it. So hopefully they don't give away all their puppies in a basket. I don't even know the colloquialism for that. What is it? They don't give away the best of their good stuff right off the bat. And if they do, you know.
Well, to be like towards their side, they are releasing at least 2 features that I could find. That being Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and the 1-2 Switch feature, along with the Nintendo Switch, all on the same release date. So, if anything, if you're waiting for like your favorite game, they are giving a sort of testable games with you. And I don't know about you, but I'm so excited for the 1-2 Switch features.
No, wait, explain that, because I've been hearing a lot about that. I haven't. What is exactly the 1-2 Switch?
Okay, so 1-2 Switch is sort of like Wii Party games, where it's a collection of mini games that you're able to play with the Joy-Con controllers. You'll have the little tablet to show what the game is, and then you and a partner can face off against each other with whatever kind of 1-2 game that you want. They have multiple variations, like I don't know what exactly they're called, but there's one where you're 2 wizards and you're like shooting beams of energy at each other, and depending on Yeah, and depending on how you like move the Joy-Con depends on the power that you shoot it at. Another is like your two cowboys and it's a gun battle.
Oh
First
yeah,
one
I want to see
shoot
that.
off wins.
Yeah, he makes a really good point because having a 1-2 game like that will further convince people of the power of the Nintendo Switch. If you look at the Wii and why it was so successful, initially when people looked at it, they thought it was stupid. They said, "What? We have this TV-looking remote that's going to be used to play
Some of us
games."
still feel that way.
But then they introduced what is it? They introduced Wii Sports with every single Wii that came with it to show people, the power of the Wii and what it's capable of. A joke to, oh hey, this is actually not that bad of a system. I could see myself playing it.
Mm.
And if Nintendo Switch has something like that, people will be able to feel firsthand the power of the console, and then they'll be more invested into it. They'll increase sales. They'll tell their friends about it, and they'll buy more games. It's
love the
like a sales pitch, if you will.
Oh
Yeah, they pay you to say that.
Yeah, it's like a try before you buy
They
type
should.
of thing.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a great way to get people in the door. And even if I feel like Nintendo can do no wrong at this point. Like there's definitely a long line of people who would totally just buy it and not to heck with the how it stands up and all this stuff we're thinking about. But they have that comfortability now that they can really do what they want and create games the way they like to. And I feel like we're along for the ride, and I'm okay with it. Like I'm still gonna play it.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a run of.
Oh well, let's not also forget the internal storage of the Switch as well.
Oh, yeah.
God.
The storage is
How
quite-
bad is it?
Well, right now they're saying, let's see, 32 gigabytes for internal storage, 7 reserved for the OS itself, so that leaves you with 25.
I feel like most phones come with more than that.
To give you
Like,
a comparison, if you download Zelda Breath of the Wild, that game alone takes almost 15 gigabytes
Ooh.
out of the 25 that you're given.
ooh, that's
Really?
You're pretty much forced to buy external memory cards then.
ooh.
Yeah.
Like SD micro cards.
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but honestly, there have been a lot of consoles that can give you access with the SD card storage. But the Switch is going to have a sort of PC capability, so maybe you'd be able to move around storage memory.
Ooh, that's true too. We have all this cloud technology nowadays. It's probably just a matter of buying their version of Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, which I hear that they're trying to do too. You know how they have the free game every month gimmick thing that they seem to be matching each other on with at least for the Xbox and the PlayStation. I feel like they also have their own form of that too, and it's like it's old retro games, refitted retro games. You guys heard about this?
Oh, where they update it to get like a little bit better graphics and support it on newer consoles. And for the thing about external memory cards, like they're cheap nowadays. Before they're expensive. Now you get a good 32 gigabyte for like around 16, 20 bucks.
But versus the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One's, the One S is 2 terabytes. Like
It's awful
Yeah.
storage. In order to drop like the memory wise to give some other components a better advantage, I say it's somewhat necessary, like a necessary negative thing for it.
sure. And even would that even concern the consumer audience that they're pitching to? I feel like if you're buying the next new Nintendo whatever, you're really not too. It's very plug and play, is what I'm trying to say. I guess.
Yeah.
You don't got to worry. The reason I'm gaming on a console is because I don't want to figure out how computers work. Like,
That's the point of a console. It's to buy everything in one, so no assembly required. You don't have to have a whole bunch of knowledge, because you really do need knowledge and technical skill and some of the equipment to actually make it yourself or buy it off somewhere else, which is a lot expensive.
or at least if you
Somewhat
need to
expensive.
know that you're not getting ripped off too.
Yeah.
Like, you got to know your stuff.
Then again,
I think we're missing another crucial pro that the Switch has, is the fact that it comes with 2 controllers automatically, which means multiplayer between you and your friend is actually encouraged.
So you're already off the bat ahead of the curve. Like, what is it, $60 for a new PlayStation Bluetooth controller? Forget about it.
If you think about it, it's actually reminiscent of old retro games where you would have a controller for you and your friend, and you would play, old games like Melee, at a friend's house. Except now you can play it at your house and on the go. So I think that's a big plus as well.
That's true.
Oh, definitely, because Nintendo has been putting up multiplayer and like building a community and gamers for the longest time now, and especially since the Switch is gonna have Wi-Fi capabilities. Even if you don't want to leave your house, you're still gonna have multiplayer aspects, even at the comfort of your own home.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got a good point. But I want to be able to maximize that. Like if I'm on the go and I only got 2 hours of gameplay, which by all respects is a lot. Especially I've seen people on the bus set up like TVs and their own on a laptop or something like that and play console. Yeah, at least on this. You see the picture of the guy on the subway, and he was just chilling playing Xbox. I mean, like if I had enough time, why not?
They also have those little all-in-one on-the-go console type little cases, which I thought was pretty cool. Like you don't need a whole bunch of setup. Everything's all within one case, and it's just a mobile gaming console.
I could see myself taking that out like a picnic or something. That'd be pretty dope. Right?
Yeah.
Get some sandwiches, play some Melee. Oh man, can I plug in a GameCube controller to it? Because I feel like that's the point where I left off.
I saw it was for the Xbox 360. It was a case specifically designed for it. I think it was also for the PS3, but it was for the last generation. So I don't know about the newer ones.
Well, if in order for me to, I mean, honestly, I'm the type of person that would totally just get it just to play the new iteration of Melee. Like, because I love where they're going with it, and it's a really good. You can get it, the replayability is ridiculous. Like every once in a while in the dorms, you'll see somebody setting up a Wii U, so a bunch of people can sit down and play Melee. It never gets old.
Yeah, it was just like Mortal Kombat back in the day. Everyone just loved to play it.
Now, one thing I'm curious is if they're going to put in the motion controls towards the new iteration of Smash. Because imagine if we're... Okay, did you see the preview of the game ARMS?
I haven't.
Okay,
no.
Well,
paint a picture, Wolfblood.
ARMS kind of operates where you're these characters with super springy arms that can stretch about a mile long, and depending on how you tilt the Joy-Cons or punch with them, depends on how your movements and how you attack your opponent. Now, I'm wondering if they'll do something similar with that with the new Smash. Can you imagine dodging a move just by actually flinging your whole body?
Oh God! Imagine going to a competition. Like it'd be a workout.
Just like a Just Dance.
Oh God, yeah. Those guys, I have supreme respect for these. Like any type of Dance Revolution type. They think you're the controller and taking that to its greatest iteration.
There was
a
lady who broke a record for it too.
Stamina.
It was like around 35 hours consecutively, and it's now in a Guinness World Records. But 35 hours of doing Just Dance.
Jesus Christ!
35 hours.
What did you go to the bathroom? I mean, all these questions that this is raising. I want to have a.
One huge diaper.
You gotta do what you
I
gotta
doubt
do.
the motion controls for the Switch are that extensive though, because was it the first motion controller that Nintendo came out with, the Wii? You really didn't get a strenuous workout, from moving your arms and hands around.
Oh yeah, you could sit down and play the Wii.
Exactly.
It's
So I think the moves would be a little more subtle for those type of commands.
True.
But still, it would be interesting to have another dimension of control, more options for the player.
Yeah, no, they're also getting away from the whole the motion sensor bar, right? I think because I know how the PlayStation does it. They have sensors inside the controller rather than the have something watching you. It's one of my turnoffs for the Xbox One. Like, yo, I'm gonna be watching Netflix. This is gonna be me and my daily. I don't want Xbox and Microsoft seeing me on my daily. I barely want me to see me on the daily. So, I feel like that's definitely another. The technology's come a very long way, and I think if they figured out a way to do that, then yeah, maybe once I got a couple of $100 to, what is it, like $400?
300.
300? Oh shoot! Damn, son.
Yeah. And I think motion controls at this point, it's a good bridge to for VR as well.
Ooh, definitely. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to bring it to the VR. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I always forget that we're...
the Oculus controllers, though, it's all sensors. It's all wired. I mean, wireless.
Right, but if you consider motion controls like the Switch, and then you combine it with the current power of the Oculus, you would really have something huge.
Oh yeah, I can't wait till we get away from because we're still pretty limited. Like we got wires coming out of our heads if we're doing VR, but like once we hit, I feel like we were definitely hitting the stride with the, and definitely maybe not hitting the stride. Maybe we're still increasing the rate at which we develop these things. But like I feel like it's very promising to see what could really happen with this.
Right now, the VR technology is akin to the 8-bit graphics we used to have in the 80s and 90s. And it's only going to get bigger as time goes on.
Oh yeah,
super excited about VR technology, the VR tech. Yeah, I got the Oculus and it's really cool. Like it's a lot of fun.
Oh what?
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta let me put my face in that. I want to check that out. I've never. My girl's got the HTC.
The Vive.
Yeah. It's the Vive or the one that she got with her phone or something. I don't even know how to describe it, but and I've yet to try it, and I think she thinks I'm going to take it from her. And she's right.
There's a lot of potential for it, and right now I think the Oculus is a little bit better than a Vive. Like there's a lot better games that are out for it right now.
Yeah, once they get a solid like platform on which like an easily shareable, connectable, cohesive one single format, then maybe it'll be a little bit easier for all these developers to really get down and do something with it.
And then eventually get rid of the wire that connects from the headset to the to the console.
Oh please God!
It would be like the VR headset from SAO, like Sword Art Online.
Oh dude!
Oh.
Start.
You want to be careful with those kind of connections. But
you'll fry your brain.
You die in real life.
You died for real.
Finally.
Yeah, please, God, the world could not be so kind.
Well, if you want to think towards VR, and one thing is like the projection towards it, because we're definitely gonna have a lot of HDMI cables to use towards whatever kind of monitor we would want. So I think for the Switch, it could be possible to maybe hook up a wire system where you're able to view the Switch game through a VR headset and then able to move around with the Joy-Cons. It would be a sort of in-body experience towards the gaming.
Well, have you guys heard about the what they've been going? I think it's Sony that's producing them, and I'll look back and apologize if I'm wrong. They're making contacts with like a heads-up display, for all augmented reality, and completely foregoing the need for face masks and stuff. So we could even be seeing that happen. It's like in recording, they could record what you see and how you see it, and you're blinking in weird stuff and
definitely about that.
Which is definitely some like Black Mirror stuff. I don't know if you guys watch it, but like Twilight Zone.
I think another thing we're forgetting to touch upon is that VR will also revolutionize game design as well. It will really have to force game developers to think outside the box and create new forms of games that we can't even comprehend right now. If you think about, between the 90s and the 2000s, the big transition between 2D platforms to 3D totally revolutionized the gaming industry. The types of games that were there, the capabilities, the types of interactions that the players can have. And I think the biggest limitation that VR has right now is someone who's created the proper game that utilizes all these new features of VR. There's new tools that are yet to be explored.
Yeah, I think we're still at that point where they try to use each game as an opportunity to explore each mechanic.
Exactly. It's still open territory, so everyone's kind of stretching out their wings right now.
Well, we do have to think like this is an industry, and so with each company and console, there's gonna be like competition, and so like trying to put in the newest kind of controls or new viewing or whatever, it's gonna be like, pretty hard to always trounce your opponent.
VR. We were at the VR and the Switch. How that thing stands up to all the other ones. So you know what? Let's bring it back to the Switch for a second. So final verdict on the Switch. Let's kill this subject so I can sleep better tonight. So I'm gonna go with Xbox One to PS4. I'd rate it at a. I'm gonna go back to my own original love for the GameCube. So yeah, I'd probably get it just for Melee. They get to take my money. Go for it. You already have it.
Well, I think the Switch will be successful. A lot of people want it to succeed. Nintendo is a genius when it comes to marketing. So everybody already has their eyes set on it. And they're expecting 2 million consoles of the Nintendo Switch to sell just within the first day. So I think it will be successful. Yeah, there's a lot of faith in it.
So are you going to be getting it?
Me, probably not, because I'm poor.
But if you
Maybe
had money, would you get it?
When do I get it? Probably a couple months after release when the price goes down.
Yeah, when this YouTube thing takes off, we'll get one.
Oh yeah, once we take off, Nintendo is going to be sending it to us directly.
Oh yeah, they'll be begging us to review it. Please, Nintendo.
I'll be when more games come out for it is when I'll get it, because right now there's really nothing for it. Just 1 or 2 games. I could hold off for a little bit.
Well, as for me, I'm definitely excited for the Switch. I want to be able to get as soon as I can, even though I'm poor too. But
it's all about priorities.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But definitely within time, I want to be able to see the whole world of Breath of the Wild. I want to be able to party in with 1-2 Switch and even explore the up-and-coming Mario Odyssey, which is definitely going to be something to look forward to.
What? Another Mario game?
Yeah.
What? I can't believe it.
Don't forget, Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart 8 are going to be on launch.
Oh, definitely. And let's not forget about Splatoons 2.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're Marioing. Now we're doing it.
You got a really popular name over here.
Yeah, for real. You'd be like, it always comes back, man. You can't kill Mario, dude. You can't.
Oh, there's also like I heard 2 different ways people call it, like Mario or Mario. Like, which way do you guys actually say it or prefer?
You know what? On the count of 3, everybody say it all at the same time. So we don't have time to form opinions.
Wait,
ready?
On the 3 or after the 3?
Oh shoot. Dang. Let's go after the 3.
All right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Mario.
Mario.
Green Luigi. I messed that up. I meant red Luigi.
Green
Oh,
Luigi.
Oh, boo.
Well, all y'all are crazy. It's pronounced Mario. Case closed.
It's Mario.
Mario. Oh damn.
Forget about Mario. Bowser's the real winner.
Mm-hmm. He actually got Peach. Just saying. All the Bowser's kids had to come from somewhere, man. Only girl in the universe. Oh, actually.
Casual reminder that in Super Mario Brothers 3, none of it's real and it's all a stage.
What?
That was actually confirmed by one of the creators.
I feel so lied to.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. That's
Peach
just
wasn't actually
interpretation.
kidnapped.
Oh.
Ooh.
So where'd all those eggs come from? I mean, like,
Eggs?
is it weird? Think about it. He's got like 12 kids. Like, is it weird to think that Bowser reproduces by budding?
Well, there
He
is
produces asexually.
Oh
there
man.
is a theory that he actually adopted them.
I want to
He
see more
looked
light on this.
exactly just like him, though.
That's it. I'm looking it up.
And you got Bowser Jr. Pretty much
Bowser's-
spitting image.
Bowser Jr. is his biological son, though. But as for the other Koopalings, there is a theory that he'd gone around whatever world the Mushroom Kingdom is in and adopted the same kids of his kind. However, that is just a theory.
Game theory. Oh God, don't sue me.
Exactly.
You know what? Matt Pat definitely did a thing about this. Shameless shout out. Let's put ourselves in the same boat as him.
Oh, come on, Matt Pat is king.
Oh, dude, he's got to figure it out. How many? Like 6 million subscribers? Come on, son. And he works at it too.
Oh yeah.
He's not
Writing
just some
scripts,
schlub.
research, everything.
Yeah, man. Don't worry, we'll be there. We're already up in my eyes. I think we're already there, but I'm also a narcissist.
Matter of time, only 10 more years or so. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. All right, I found the Mario wiki, but this is so much words that I really wish I could read right now. I have no idea how to read.
There really is a
Just find a video on YouTube that explains it. Someone has a video up there somewhere.
I don't feel like dealing with licensing right now. Oh gosh. Well, either way.
Maybe for the next podcast that we could.
Yeah, we'll explore that.
Yeah,
the history of Mario.
Bowser Jr. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where did he come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Oh man. Reminds me of a middle school dance. Yeah, we gotta stop that. Someone stop me.
Pause.
It's time to stop. Oh god. Well, I'll be true to my word.
Stop in the name of justice.
Yo, we need Batman in here to lay down the justice.
So JJ, what was our next topic?
Oh gosh, well, you know, we talked about the Switch, where it's going in.
Mobile gaming.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, mobile game.
Yeah, the Switch is, you know, pretty mobile, but I feel like a majority of people who might call themselves gamers might differ from the people who actually do the most gaming, and that's consider this. You know, you used to go to the arcade, you know, put in a couple quarters, and you would play a game, and that was your game. But now I feel like the most avid gamers are, you know, the guy playing Candy Crush spending $50 a month on it, like, or at least he might not think of himself as a gamer, but
you definitely are. If you're like playing like a virtual little pixel. Oh man, I can't really.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. I can't word.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat right now. I think I know what you're trying to say though. Like you're manipulating videos in a game-like fashion.
Virtual avatar. You're pretty much playing a virtual avatar, and if you do that, you're pretty much playing a game, or like a little puzzle, a little virtual puzzle is also a little game.
Videotronically.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
For what you said about the arcade is, I'm guessing there's still like hardcore gamers back in arcade. Like,
true.
The guy who got the high score for Donkey Kong, he put like countless hours into it, and he just kept going there constantly until he got his own actual little arcade thing.
Oh, what a boss!
Oh man,
like it's a dying art, for real.
Mention something real quick, but I think a lot of people forget to realize that casual gaming has existed for a long time. Not everybody has always been, you know, so fervent or so passionate towards games. It's always been a small group of people compared to the major majority. For example, when arcade games came out, most of the people who put a quarter in the machine and play wouldn't really consider themselves gamers, except for maybe the small few people that would spend hours and hours getting that high score.
Yeah, I feel like it just recently gaming became very mainstream, and it's from a little cult of a group of people who saw the promise in it, like, to now what we have today. It's insane. It's an entire industry, as you guys said before.
It definitely it's still growing, which is not surprising at all. It's a growing industry, and I think it's in the billions now, worth in the billions, like $88 billion type industry.
Ooh, jinx. But,
Well,
Yankees.
You gotta think about how it was sort of built on, because as General Osmer brought up at the beginning, it was started with the whole arcade scenario where you go in, put a quarter, and you play what you want. But now, as it went on, like people didn't always have the time to go there or didn't want to really leave the house, and so
it's more accessible than ever. I agree.
Oh, yeah, it's a different
Oh, yeah.
age.
yeah,
True.
so it rose and rose to more availability and more like what you want to do. And as we said, it's a full-on industry now.
Oh
So,
yeah, mad people making mad monies. Hopefully, I want to see the right people get the money so they can make us cooler games. I mean, like if we got to the point where you can appreciate a game, I feel like people have appreciated games, like you said, for thousands of years. Like tabletop gaming and even that weird little game they have. They any type of board game, really. We're a little board game, but people have been doing it for a really long time. And I feel like it's just a natural progression of things.
I'd like to make another note about mobile gaming, specifically games like Candy Crush.
Mhm.
I think looking from the outside in, a lot of people fail to realize how it became so successful. Right? Candy Crush is like any other game. It has all the right components, but it's stripped down just to its bare bone essentials. Specifically, if anyone's ever played a game like the bigger games like World of Warcraft or something, and you're familiar, with level grinding and trying to get a man. How do I explain this? Okay, has anyone ever heard the Skinner box
I have not.
in gaming? All right, let me give you a quick rundown. Skinner box was an experiment proposed by some German dude way back in the day. This, if you want to reward a person, you only reward that person at random intervals, as opposed to instantly all the time. It's a component that's always included in games, that if you go farming for a certain item or something, you're not always guaranteed to get that item. It's always random. You can get it after 5 runs, or you can get it after 100 runs. And in a sense, Candy Crush is almost the same way, where if you have a puzzle and you attempt to do it, there might be a chance that you might complete it all the way, or there might be a chance that you're just one move short.
So it's playing.
Yeah, I've definitely had that before.
Yeah. So if anyone's ever played Candy Crush, they kind of experience that kind of feeling of, damn, I'm only one move away from winning this level.
So they like artificially create like a need, like a scarcity of this. All right, boom, good feeling, dopamine, bright lights and sounds. You did the thing, and then you just do it over and over again, but like on steroids, completely maximized.
It's just how gambling.
Yeah. They make most of their money through selling people extra turns. Because if you play Candy Crush for more than a couple levels, you got into a point where you're just 2 or 3 moves away from it, and you're like, dang, I wish I could finish this level. And then you have the option to buy yourself a few extra turns to beat that level.
Yeah, that's some killer like predatory instincts. Create a system in which you can like create a scarcity of something and then be the only person that sells it. Damn, they are running that gamut then in their own their own little bubble. I mean, but like,
and then on top of that, you can also get extra turns by sharing with other people, usually through Facebook.
Oh, so that's why a lot of people keep getting so many invites from Candy Crush.
Oh God. You know what? I've never clicked one of them. I've actually defriended people because of that. Nah, maybe one, but like,
yeah.
But I've been meaning to do that.
People give bad rap for it because it's such a simple and simplistic game. But you scale that up to a game like Skyrim. Let's say you have to kill an enemy a certain number of times to get an item. That's also the Skinner box theory applied to a game. You won't always get rewarded, so you won't know when the next big thing will come around. You just have to keep playing to find out.
Oh, now, are there any games that do just instantly reward you? Because I want that. I want to like dead my senses to all that baiting and goading.
Versing Darius in League of Legends.
You'll always win. Oh man, mad shade. He's not that bad. We're kidding.
But another direction applied to mobile games as well I think mobile games is also in a similar spot with VR in that it's not being used to its full potential.
Oh yeah, we got to fully explore this field.
Because
Like,
you know, a lot of mobile games, they're still kind of latching on to this console type of controls. Sometimes there will be games where you'll have little buttons on the side, just like a console, which doesn't make sense for a phone because one, the controls always suck. You can't control it as well as a console, and it's not really offering anything new to begin with.
we don't consume video games on the phone like we used to either. Like I don't have to go out and download Flappy Bird. I go to my Facebook Messenger and I click the little video game icon and I can do it that way. So it's I feel like the way we consume it is changes the way that we view it as well. Though it's is that for the best? I don't know. It's debatable.
With mobile games, like we have like the comfortability of just checking the app store and see, whichever one we want or which title is trending. Like it just makes it more available than most other mobile games.
The greatest example of probably a good mobile game that you guys will probably grown upon hearing this, but in concept, a game like Pokemon Go that uses most of the features included in the phone that wouldn't be included across other consoles or PCs or stuff of that nature. It uses GPS, it uses the gyroscope on the phone, it uses those type of features to create a game experience that wouldn't necessarily be found.
So like an augmented reality, pretty much.
Oh yeah, you can't get that with sitting down on your couch. Yeah, that's a good point. It's another prime example.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, that's definitely a great, like, pure greatness towards mobile gaming. Believe me, it's one of my favorite. But I'm just like trying to point out the difference between most mobile games and typical games, because like if we're on the go, we could still like check the kind of games that we want. Where if we're out there, we're not really going to be able to see what other games sort of exist unless we're like headed to a store or like
That's true.
seeing like an e-shop.
And you're not going to see someone play like I've very few times in my life that I've watched a friend play a video game. Not very few, very often in my life. Every time I watch somebody play a video game, I imagine myself playing the video game. Like, crap, I want to get that video game. And you'll see that a lot more of hanging out and seeing what games your friends are playing on their phones or whatever than you would if they're at their battle station playing console. I mean, you wouldn't, unless that's what you hang out and do. But like other than that, it's a very good point. It's a lot more exposure for the mobile games.
Exactly. The big problem I see now on mobile gaming is that we're flooded with these Skinner boxes, these low common denominator grind fests of games. Games like Candy Crush or Clash of Clans, where you have to grind infinitely to get a decent experience from the level, or you have to pay massive amounts of money to skip through the hoops, so to speak.
It was like drugs.
And I think that's the reason why a lot of people are very critical of mobile gaming, because it's being stagnated by either these paywalls or these grind fests. And it's not being used to the full potential that it could be at.
So they're getting complacent. If they had
for cash grabs, but in the long term, eventually people will turn away.
So but we'll buy them anyway. I think that's the problem. A lot of the times people come down on the developers for not really exploring things, because the second we in one breath we'll say like with the new Call of Duty and stuff, like, oh God, what is it next? Call of Duty, I'm not going to get that. But then in the same, like, why can't they do something different? And then in the same breath say, oh wow, they're coming out with a refurbished Call of Duty 4. Take my money. Like it's easy to be critical of the developers, but they're really just giving us what we've proven through our behavior, what we want.
Yeah,
so
they've been breaking their own personal sales too, even with like those called blockbuster type games that come out like $500 million type revenue just from the first 5 days of Call of Duty coming out in 2015.
Yeah,
it's insane.
So take a chance on a new thing, or you know, and possibly lose millions because that's the type of numbers they're working with, or do something that they know is going to work, like with movies today, like the superhero movie. They figured out a formula. It's a thing, you know, and you can't get mad at them for not giving you something different because you know damn well someone's going to watch it, even just to see that, because it's the origin story. Of course I'm going to see it, like even though it's the same thing you've seen over and over again.
Yeah.
So how do we as consumers combat that? Like we can, like if we get together, and I feel like the gaming community, especially with all our forums and community outreach and like feedback, beta testing, this the system in which that they appraise how people feel is really quick. And I've noticed even like Steam comments, or how the companies behave themselves affects their sales. Like it's very consumer friendly. How do we use our power as consumers to really steer games in the direction we think we want? What do you guys think?
Well,
it's very simple. It all starts with buying. What we, the consumer, choose to consume, where we put our money at. That will say everything. That's
true. Hit them in the wallet where it hurts.
Well, not just that, but more like we're aiming towards, because like everyone has views towards what they play in a game, and everyone like finds their different accomplishments. So, towards like, if you're trying to go through a story, or if you're just good with the content that you can get, because a lot of games can be different, and like game purchases are a lot that the business would run on. So it's very different depending on the gamer, and like we also got to think, when it comes to certain mobile games, we're playing them on the go, but we're also thinking like what we're doing like in between the go, like say if we're going to work or like going to visit a friend, like we might be playing on the way. But like often enough, there's like respawn and like timer events that the games could run on. That could play towards the long-term grinding, but you also got to think that there are a lot of grinding gamers out there who look for that aspect, who don't really mind taking the time, because actually that is because with all that grinding, you put your time and effort into getting that one accomplishment or that one thing, and then doesn't that kind of fill you more with that dopamine and all that kind of excitement?
Oh yeah. I feel like really proud of myself after being for so long on one part and then finally completing it, or like something really hard and then completing it. I feel really good afterwards. And like Destiny caters to all types of casual and hardcore gamers. Like you have hardcore for raids, casual for just like PvP and other stuff, or like little strikes.
VCAT Gaming, welcome to the grind.
Yeah.
For real. It all really does depend on who they're marketing it towards, and I think the point of bringing up the mobile gaming is that like the mobile gaming industry represents a disproportionately large amount of gamers. I think, at least, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but like from the amount of people, it's very relatively low bars to enter. You know, it's very low commitment games. That's why I like playing a game of Rocket League here and there, because like I don't have to. I know if I hop on Fallout, I want to be on Fallout for today and into the next. And I don't know if I got that time, but if I throw open Rocket League, I get play 2 games, tell everybody have a nice day, and be done with it. So yeah, no, it's what we're looking to get out of it definitely affects how we're going to play, and that in turn affects how the market how they're going to market it to us. But it's still not 1-to-1. And I want to see if we can change that.
I like how Zynga is actually doing really good. Or Zynga, I honestly don't know how to pronounce it, and they're they did really good for mobile games. I think their revenue is like around $764 million. That type of thing, and they're like based in California.
Oh Lord.
Whatever they're doing is pretty much working for phone-based games. Like they're really catering to the people. I believe it's more like some casual, and then there's correct me if I'm wrong, there's like a few hardcore type games in there. Not 100% sure for that, but I think there's like around one or a couple.
And you can even play casual games hardcore too. You'll just get some funny looks.
Flappy Bird.
Oh God, yeah. You hear about? I had a phone. I almost didn't like throw out this old phone that I had broken because it had the original Flappy Bird on. After everybody deleted it and realized they couldn't get it back, and people were selling those. Forget about it. That poor guy.
I remember they actually had a Flappy Bird arcade game at a Dave and Buster's.
You've been doing that a lot, actually. I've known, you know what? That's a really good point. The last time I went to Dave and Buster's, which was my birthday, it was dope. But a lot of the games that they had in there were iterations of phone games. Like they had Words with Friends, which is really just a rip-off of Scrabble, which I could never understand. Like there's actually a Words with Friends board game now, and I don't know if it's like powered by Scrabble or just there was an oversight in the patent office or something.
I think it's a third party because they're not using the same name, and like you have other companies rip off on other companies that are doing really good as well. Like
True.
That's why it's like fake Jordans. You get fake Jordans off on the streets.
Straight up.
Oh, another note I'd like to make about that arcade game. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's come full circle if you think about it. We started with arcades, and yet look where the mobile games have ended up.
That's
in arcade style.
That's a testament to how in touch everything is, really. Yeah, you know what? That's a really good point.
Yeah, bring the arcade right to our fingertips.
Straight.
I also like to say I got the high score in that Flappy Bird game too.
Yeah, right. You get to, like the
3 pair of headphones that day.
Yeah, you getting all the attention. It's like let's be the kid that run the fastest mile in 3rd grade or something. Like that's it. You're in. Hey, baby, how many flaps it took for me to get my bird through the pipes? Oh God, edit that out.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't know. I think that would.
With mobile games, it does have promise and it does have potential, but it's going to take some time for it to really reach its peak. Because right now it's still in its infancy. We've barely had phones for 10 years.
That's true too.
Have the same standards as consoles and PCs, which have had a lot more time, to grow and develop. So it's really going to take a while before it reaches something that we can consider, top tier, great.
And I feel like they're all working on the same curve too. Like the smaller we can make the microchips, the faster we can make the faster and lighter and more portable we can make the hardware. Like
more is more.
Yeah, true. And then also try to at the same time innovate a better battery. I know they have millions and millions of dollars trying to get better batteries.
Oh yeah, have we worked past platinum yet? Because I know with the cars, one of the best fuel cells they were using was platinum based, and because it's like super non-reactive or whatever. Science and math. You guys are engineers, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
If they're using stuff like platinum, then
Neither am I.
if they're using stuff like platinum, well, it is going to be super conductive. However, I don't know where they're going to be getting their resources from, because that's like really hard to use.
Yeah, that's true too. Unless we can go Full Metal Alchemist on them, we'll rub our hands together and make some platinum. Oh, that'd be dope. All my problems will be solved. That'd be it. Just clap. That's it. Done.
Yeah, but then again, the value of it would drop if a lot of people could do that.
He's got to know. We'll just keep it secret.
Oh, please, with that material, the value would skyrocket.
Oh, it's like the oh gosh, back not ancient Mesopotamia. Where's this place? I'm not a global student either. Guy in like South America decided to, put his gold on the global market and ended up having more gold that was already available on the global market. Ended up turning the price of gold up on its head when he bought something. Oh Christ! I wish I paid attention in global.
So supply and demand. Like there's too much supply for it, so the demand of it went down. And so what you basically have is just what investors like to call basic economics. So that's how the Mexico, their currency dipped because they tried to increase their currency by creating a lot. and in doing so, their currency dropped. It dropped like it fell off a cliff.
Oh no, that's like in the after World War One, the German currency was better used as firewood than to actually buy firewood with. I'm with you on that.
Oh yeah, wait. Next topic, we're also going to discuss about clubs. No.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean,
I think it's a good time to definitely let the people know what we're trying to do here. I mean, a mission statement. Of course, this is all going to be edited, so I guess this is a good point to note that this might be our mission statement, guys. The VCAT Esports, formerly VCAT Esports, VCAT Gaming Club, because we're not trying to pigeonhole ourselves. We got a lot of boundless possibilities. We exist for many different reasons. And I feel like a lot of it comes straight from the minds of the people who directly involve themselves with it. Enough so to take time on their Sundays to connect on Google Hangouts and bear with me while I figure out how to use computers. so guys, what do you think esports is all about? What is VCAT Gaming to you?
I see it as a way where one can actually play video games, not get judged. And just enjoy themselves playing video games and have fun.
Yeah, I agree. It's giving a sense of community to people who wouldn't otherwise have it. It gives people, might feel not included, a sense of belonging within our club.
Yeah,
very well needed.
Amen to that. How about you, Wolfblood?
And no toxic. We don't want our little community to be toxic. We already have enough of that out in the world.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need any unnecessary garbage to deal with.
Well, we're definitely a form of operation where we are building a community, a sort of clan where we're going to work together, going to explore all the new virtual outlooks and gaming that's out there, and everything that we've experienced before and what we like to play with.
And also don't forget that we're also trying to include other people too, outside of our club. People out there on the internet, who might also want to be part of the family, be included. We're trying to reach out to you guys too.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
VCAT Gaming, we were on the cutting edge of pursuing the passion and spreading all the goody gooey goodness of what we find in our common. Yeah, all the good vibes that we find on our common ground, and that's the makings of a community right there. And selflessly, we're freaking saints at this point. Selflessly giving ourselves to this all-encompassing glow. Can we just become a religion? Then we won't get any taxes or something.
A religious organization, yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. You know what? That should be semester goals. All right, we're gonna someone write that down.
What are we believing in?
Video games.
Video games.
Oh, we're breaking the mold. We're breaking the mold. It's not so much of a theist statement, a theist statement, more so of a way of life.
Our God is Gabe Newell. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Screw it. That's it.
Our God.
And you pray to a video game God, saying, "Please let me get this kill. Please let me go flawless. Please let me pass this hard part.
Please."
Yeah, you know what? And we'll get Mario on there somewhere, like sitting on the his right hand man, just chilling on a throne made of Bowser's. Like, dude.
Oh my God.
Probably Mario. Like, he always gets the job done. He always saves Princess Peach. He could be like another one of those video game gods.
Dude, he's
from being a psychopath.
Killing everything in his way.
Stomping on turtles. Who does that? Inhuman. Oh man, he's very, very diverse. He's an Italian plumber made by the Japanese that speaks English, and he looks Mexican, and so he's everybody.
I think the real video game god is Sonic.
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 Base, and yet he still survived through all the years.
Nothing personal.
All the abuse has been given by Sega, and yet he's still standing.
Dude, he's going fast. They can't hit him. They can't stop him. You never hear him say, "Well, I guess we better slow down, guys." And then, no, it's we gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Yeah.
Too slow.
Sonic, they just
Oh,
need,
chili
like,
dog.
Chili dog. Yeah. All
they
right.
just really need to expand on like his origins. Really, like they got almost reinvent the story with him.
Or like create a movie like type of way, or create a TV show.
Oh, they have though. They have
They
like a
tried
whole...
that. Look how well that went.
Oh, for
Oh my gosh,
Sonic,
there's so many TV shows.
Oh god, and it went over as well as the.
they
the
did.
video games. Oh god. Yeah, no, or it's like it's just some of them really look like they're straight out of a Sonic fan fiction. Like
That
and-
is
and, like,
true.
it could, I mean, like, and that's not a bad thing. They have an audience, you know? Like if you give the people what they want, man. I'm sure that they got their comeuppance, whatever they deserve for making that. But yeah, no, definitely Sonic's got to be up there. Maybe like some kind of yeah, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank here. You know what? We'll make our own video game. Then we can define God.
That's a topic on another episode. Yeah.
That sounds like something we should save for next episode.
Next
Yeah.
episode, the VCAT Gaming.
Sonic and his
Everyone.
archangels of Shadow and Silver, and all
Why
the
is he so
accompanying
edgy?
hedgehogs.
You know how long it took me to realize that Miles, Tails' name was Miles per hour. Miles Tails per hour, miles per hour. I made the whole time
I'm
without
gonna walk away and scream right now. Fun fact:
Shame me
I
now.
actually have the Sonic the Hedgehog movie on VHS.
What?
Oh boy.
Yeah, he really had a movie?
Yeah, it's
while
Sonic
ago.
fighting a real Sonic.
Next time,
It's a real thing.
Next time on VCAT Gaming, we're gonna watch this.
Oh god, I'm looking at the tape right now. The nostalgia is hitting me really hard.
Oh god, we need a VHS player.
Oh,
Hmm.
when did this come
Or
out? It's
internet.
trying to find it. 1991. Oh man.
Oh my god, that's older than me.
Yeah.
Oh god, by 3 years. Now that I'm dating myself. You remember radio? I remember radio. Radio games. We were in the VCAT Radio Games Club. Oh god, let's learn Morse code. Oh god, let's not.
Oh boy. It's really long. Like you have a series of what? 4?
Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo. Ba-da-bow. Ba-da-bow.
Like 4 sets of zeros and ones type of thing.
Oh gosh,
I
yeah.
know. Is a bee. Nice lady.
Also, I figure also on the horizon of the club, possibly we could even get some kind of original music associated with us. And I got this little dingy thing, and it's a lot of fun, but it's definitely not what we're going to use because it sounds like crap. But my good buddy DJ Profound is going to be lending us his. He's a beet farmer. He's farming fresh beets. He'll let us into his livestock and see what we can do with that. So if there's an outro to this or an intro to this, you might have already heard it, depending on where we are in the editing process. So
Let's ask Coltrane. No, he makes beats too. I don't.
Admin to the what?
No,
To the-
that would be Darius.
ooh, Darius, we're going to get you. We're gonna get you to do this thing for us, please. He was kind enough to video chat me and like literally walk me through. You guys were there, but in the rehearsal to walk me through how to start the broadcast. Oh man, the guy's
You
insane.
know how to end it?
Yeah,
Press enter.
I have no idea how to end it.
Button.
Actually. The middle. Oh, just stop. I'll just press stop broadcasting. See how that works.
Hey, don't forget the outro. The outro, man.
Oh, okay.
Final thoughts on where the club is going to be headed?
All right. So yeah, that's a good point. So this, I mean, like me personally, I just want to see everybody have a good time. It's all about the games, dude. It's all about the good times. And if you're not having a good time, I don't want to play no more. You know.
Playing League of Legends.
You're just biased for League of Legends. That's the only game you play.
Are they paying you to say that too? Jeez.
Well,
Damn, you guys found me out.
Transparency.
well, for the future of VCAT, we're definitely going to be an experience. We're going to try to expand, try out all the A-rated titles, all the top trending, whatever that we get our hands on, and eventually stand on the highest peak above all else.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
By gamers for gamers. That's our qualifications. You heard it here first, folks.
Exactly.
Like for my final thought on VCAT or esports, the club, I would say, yeah, I agree with you. I think that we could also do as we could play some AAA games or even some indie games and let the viewers know, hey, what we think about some of these games before you got a chance to buy it, so you don't waste your money on like crap games.
Yeah, you know, we're nothing without the viewership, so definitely leave a comment. Hey, be kind. Please rewind and then watch it again, so we can get that sweet ad revenue. So, so we get further fund operations like this, because you know it's not easy. We are all full-time students at Vaughn College, and hopefully we'll get this when we get this ball rolling, and we can get some kind of backing. Maybe they recognize that we're doing something great here and doing some great stuff, playing with a great community. As is, video games are good because gaming is great, or something.
Yeah, it also helps you with your reflexes. Gives you better reflexes.
Yeah, macro managing.
Otherwise.
Yeah, all the hand-eye coordination, all the looking for details and everything.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. Playing with yourself is great for your cognitive development. Boo that man.
Yeah, there's so many pros to video games, and just very few or mythological cons. Like saying, yeah, it's just there's just very few cons. Jake,
even
you want to give us like one con?
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, like the only bad things about video games are the bad things about everything. You know, like anything that a bunch of people get together and think about is gonna have like it affects how you see the world and stuff, or like because you really do have to change how you think to play video games. It's depending on the game. It depends on what severity. Like, or you think it makes you violent. Yeah, exactly. But like watching TV makes you violent, and microwaves make me violent, and God damn it, listening to your voice makes me violent. Like,
actually, let's be a little more realistic.
No. Oh my God, no. I'm sorry.
I'm saying I hope so. It makes you violent.
Oh.
We get like violent arguments. That'll be it.
That's another channel. We'll just berate each other. It'll be great. Be
I
great.
like to make one more comment about video games itself. I think at this point the cons are vastly exaggerated, mainly because video games is still a growing industry. It's not as big, or it doesn't have the status that say something like the film industry has, which is large and established. You have big companies and everyone's kind of grown accustomed to it. Video games, I think, will take some more time for people to fully develop, especially as the older generations are teaching the younger generations about video games. So you have older people who grew up with video games, sharing it with their kids.
It is already an institution. Like, have you seen like in South Korea, they got entire coliseums packed out to watch teams of 7 play League of Legends or something.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing that will propel video games forward is gaming schools. Kind of like how they have film schools, for film students. But the same thing applies to video game design.
And we're in an aviation school for aviation students. Yeah, no, that's a really good point, and I think it's I'm glad that we're born in the time that we are. I would have liked to have been born a little bit later, so we can check out all this neat new stuff that's been coming out. But I think we're in a very good spot right now to see the forefront of gaming, and we're in a very unique position to enjoy that.
Oh yeah,
well, it's always good to take a look back from where you came from.
We stand on the shoulders of giants, but we'll never know where they're there unless we look down.
Shadow of the process.
Oh, or by the smell. They don't make giant showers.
Here we go.
Oh god, I'm like alienating. I'm gonna get like a hate mail from like a group of like people with pituitary gland problems, and I didn't really like that shower comment. I take very good care of myself.
Oh, I mean, you can also take a shower in the lake.
That's true.
Or in the ocean. All that salt will clean you off.
Yo, mama's so fat.
Oh, guys, come on. Getting offended is a 2016 thing. Come on.
Yeah, we're over that. I'm over it.
Let's not try to open a can of worms here.
Yeah, you know what? That's for next time.
Open up potatoes. I'm hungry.
Yeah, you know what? I am kind of hungry. So on that note, then I guess we're gonna be wrapping this thing up. I got a sandwich calling with my name on it. Calling my name on it. Call me maybe.
Calling me.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
I got a pretty English Danish waiting for me.
Oh, baby. Tell me more. What are you wearing? Oh, God.
Oh, man, I have a Chinese food lunch special ending in 15 minutes for me.
Oh, geez. All right, we really got to wrap it up then.
Yeah.
All right, guys, for everybody here from VCAT Gaming, this is General Awesomer.
Yep. This is Sean.
This is Mario.
This is Wolfblood.
And we're signing out. Signing
Peace.
off. Later.
To the next one.